The Artemis II astronauts are back on Earth, landing in the Pacific Ocean at 7:07 p.m. Central Time this evening, after NASA's record-setting mission that took them around the moon and brought them home.
This is About Space Today's special report. I'm David Denault. Here's a mission recap. Well, the last day of Artemis II mission was focused on getting the crew safely home. They performed a final return trajectory correction burn to ensure the Orion was on the right path for splashdown. And the crew also returned their cabin to its original setup, with equipment stowed, seats in place, and getting back into their spacesuits. Now, the crew module separated from the service module as planned, and those engines steered them around the moon and back to Earth. This exposed them the crew module's heat shield, which protects the spacecraft and crew as they make their way back through the Earth's atmosphere with temperatures above 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, entry into the atmosphere was about 400,000 feet, and in just 13 minutes, they would splash down. The spacecraft and entry performed a skip maneuver. It dips in and out of the atmosphere and then skips back into the atmosphere, slowing the spacecraft and reducing the heat on the shield. 2 drogue parachutes would slow the capsule down to about 307 miles per hour, followed by 3 pilot parachutes that would pull out the final 3 main chutes. This slowed Orion down to approximately 16 miles per hour for a splashdown off the coast of San Diego in the Pacific Ocean, where NASA and U.S. Navy personnel were waiting for them, concluding the Artemis II mission around the moon and returning them safely. The crew traveled some 694,481 miles, with mission lasting 9 days, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds. During the post-splashdown news briefing at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, I asked the panel of NASA Artemis team about their wow moment.
The next question is from David Denault with About Space Today News.
First, I'd like to say just not congratulations, but I think this is just one of the most spectacular missions NASA has ever accomplished. And a lot of people compare this to Apollo 8. And I can tell you there is no comparison to what has been done with the Orion spacecraft and the technology from our European Space Agency partners. I was there from the beginning of Apollo 8. I probably was broadcast journalist today. But my question to each of you, what was your wow moment?
Let's start with Mr. Quinn. You're kind of lonely over there.
I didn't hear the question. Yep.
Just pick an awesome thing.
An awesome.
Oh. Well, being a guy from the Kennedy Space Center, the launch was a pretty special day. You know, to see all those umbilicals clear the vehicle and the vehicle clear the tower, and have that rocket rise off the pad was absolutely amazing.
I'll go next. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. I know Victor always says touchdown, getting onto the water. You know, for me, the greatest moment was the parachutes, the main chutes deploying. I think seeing that, I was chanting "Go, go, go" by myself. Somebody shot a video of that. They think I was going crazy, but I just kept saying that as the drogues came out. But when the mains came out and they started slowly inflating, I mean, that was just a tremendous moment. You know, like I said, objective number 1 is get the crew home. And I know there's all kinds of things that can happen after that, but having those mains and getting the vehicle to 16 miles per hour from 24,600 miles per hour is pretty amazing. And getting those chutes down was a great moment.
I'm going to vote for the naming of the 2 craters as my top moment.
I know it's all still fresh. So for me, I'm probably going to say 2 things. When the crew, when Reed reported back, 4 crew green after splashdown, that's what we hoped for, right? So that was pretty awesome. And then when they started, we saw Christina come out of the capsule. Then I was like, okay, we're here.
Okay, we'll take, sorry, I'm at.
No, it's okay. Mine's easy. It'll be tomorrow when I see my friends again.
After more than 50 years, America has returned to the moon in preparation for Mars. Well, I was there when Apollo 8 astronauts lifted off to orbit the moon on Christmas Eve. And I've watched the Artemis II rocket roar into space, and I follow this mission day to day and celebrated the many accomplishments. Artemis II has been a significant milestone in my life and broadcast career, and I appreciate you, the many people who have followed and subscribed to About Space Today News. Continue to follow us on our Facebook page at aboutspace.today for special reports. And if you like our reports, be sure to click like, follow, and hit that subscribe button. And to all our listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thanks for taking time from your home or from where you work to listen today. I'm David Denault.